Welcome in, guys. This is Braskin, home of the Madhouse. Coming with a top five tips and tricks, I would call it, for Grim Dawn in 2026. I do want to say, welcome back to all the new players coming back, and all the old heads coming back. Shout out Wreck by Prothos, Magi. If you're watching this, if you ever watch this, you suck. But we do love you. You just keep dying a lot in hardcore. So, a couple things we wanted to go over. We're gonna hit real quick. We're gonna get in game real quick. All I do is play hardcore. I have about 10,000 hours in the game, give or take a little bit more. So I do have quite a bit of experience. But we're gonna get right into it. So, tip number one is gonna be the biggest tip that I could possibly give anybody for the game, and that's just have fun. Have fun with whatever build you want to do. Have fun with just kind of doing your own little things and really exploring and finding what you enjoy about the game. What we're going to get into a little bit quicker though is tip number two. Tip number two is going to be components. This is going to be a little different than a lot of the other ARPGs. I have a lot of them because we are kind of having wiping our game, but we're going to go here. This is a component called chip claw. um, these can go on your armor, and they're very, very useful early game, especially for getting resistances. Uh, for instance, if you're gonna grab mutated scales, you could put mutated scales, as you can see, on your shoulder, chest, leg, and hand armor. And the effect does stack. Uh, you can only put one component on a piece of armor or weapon as long as it can go on it. You can't re-put it on there unless, which kind of gives us a bonus tip. Later on in Act 1, towards the end of it, you're going to unlock Darlet. Darlet will let you put in an item, and you can either keep the item, like this, or you can keep the add-on. So what happens here is you'll remove the component from it and keep the item, so you can put a new one. Tip number three is going to be a really big one that really easy. After you finish the first quest in Grim Dawn, you're going to be able to have access to the prison, which is Burwich Prison. Shout out the OG pin. We're going to come in here. You're going to see this little NPC Ellis here. Go right up these stairs, go left, and in the back of the prison, generally speaking, there is a guy back here. I am on a much further character. You're going to talk to him, and he gives you the ability to reset your skill points for iron bits, which is the in-game currency you pick up or you sell items for. And you can also take away your devotion points in here, which this is definitely something we can really get into much later. This is a lot more complicated than people give it credit for. One of my favorite features, in my personal opinion, in tip number four, definitely being one that it'll help you a lot. There's an in-game item filter located right down here on the right-hand side, or O on the keyboard for a quick open. Personally, once you hit level 10 in the early game, I would get rid of magic items and common. That way you're only seeing rare gear, because you want the green gear after that. You really don't want any not a super heavy idea after level 10. Super easy to get. And then one of my favorite things in Grim Dawn, kind of for you PoE players and your Diablo players, you don't need portal scrolls. If you hit L on your keyboard, it's going to open up a personal rift, and you can just go back to Devil's Crossing. And then the cool thing is if you want to go back to that rift, you open up the rift here in Devil's Crossing, you click this little itty bitty red portal right here, and it will take you back to your personal rift. One of the things that will probably make your life a lot easier, especially trying to find a early game weapon, which brings us to tip number 6. You're gonna start in Devil's Crossing, right? You're gonna get a quest from Sergeant Havos. You're going to come right out here. There are 3 starting weapons that are very, very easy to miss, but also very, very easy to find, okay? So I'm just going to walk you through where all 3 of them are located real fast. That way you can, just have a good idea. So if we come up this main road right here, and we hook a left at the well, right? You're gonna hook a left here. You're gonna come in this little door right here, and then you're gonna find a body on the floor. This is a rotting corpse. You click it. It will always have Francis's gun. It may have different modifiers on it, but that will always be there. Um, Following that up, one of the other easy spots, as you can see on the map, this is blocked right now. I can't get there, so what you're gonna do is if it's blocked, you're gonna come around. You can go through this building here, right? We'll just come this way real fast. This isn't the quickest build, I do apologize. So if this is blocked, you either go around or you come up here, right? Either way will work. And then you're going to come right into this building here on the left. Right in this building. You're going to find another rotting corpse, right? This is Hevel's Greatsword. Hevel's Greatsword will always be here just like Francis's gun. It will have different drops on it. It does scale if the area is a higher level. You can find a higher level. And then from Hevel's Greatsword here, if you come down here and then hook a right past these little, like, tombstones, you're going to come in this building here, and you're going to be able to pick up this rotting corpse, which will always be Ullman's axe. So there is a fire, lightning, and cold weapon in the very beginning of the game that you can get that are really, really easy to get. If you end up playing the new Berserker class, you can close out of your game and open it back up, and you can get 2 of the Francis's guns, or you can get 2 of the Ullman's axe because it resets the instance of it. And I guess that's just kind of my my quick tips and tricks for 2026 for new and returning old players. Some things have changed. It'll be really good to see everybody, come back together to Grim Dawn and have a lot of fun in Fangs of Asterkarn. If you ever want to buy, not buy, I apologize. If you ever want to swing by, Twitch TV /Braskin. We're live 6 days a week. Our schedule is on there. I greatly appreciate you coming by. Other than that, that's my tips and tricks for Grim Dawn 2026. Appreciate you hanging out. If you made it to the end of the video, slap the follow button or, punch a wall. I don't know. And, peace.